Hello, Milton Freewater. I'm here in a bus, and we're going to be talking a little bit about transportation. I'm Aaron Duff. I'm the superintendent, and this is Doug. And Doug's our transportation director for the district. And we're just going to talk about busing and walking school bus a little bit. Doug, we have a lot of buses here. We have a lot of great drivers here. About how many kids a day do we transport?
In the mornings, we will transport somewhere around 500 kids, give or take some. When the weather gets bad, that goes up. In the afternoon, it's up more around 650 kids.
Okay.
That we all take home every afternoon.
Okay. And so, it's one of the unique things about public education that we transport students. We've got a great group of bus drivers that help transport students. I'd say the best bus drivers, again, in the state, Pacific Northwest region.
Entire world.
Yes. Yeah, not even
Easily.
in the country, in the world.
Yes.
And that's something, we were talking about a little bit beforehand about bus drivers are really the front line. A lot of our kids, even my kids, that might be the first adult they see in the morning. And that's one of the last people they may see adult-wise in the afternoon too. And I know, Doug, you were talking about something that I hadn't even thought about with students and as they grow up.
Yeah, bus drivers are the only employees in the school district that see the kids from kindergarten through high school. They see them when they're 5, 6 years old, and then watch them grow up through the years. We see them change, we see them grow, we see them go through different cycles in life, and it's really been very interesting. We see them graduate and move on, and sometimes if we drive long enough, we see their children start riding.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of unique in that regard.
And I hadn't thought of it like that, but it's also, and maybe that's why, but that's a group of people that pick up on things that students may have, good days, bad days. They can pick a kid up. They can also alert staff, if they're seeing something with a student.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're really a frontline source. So a very valuable part of our education system. We're getting into the time of year that superintendents and transportation directors hate, and that is like last year's February where it snowed, seemed like every day. And so we've got tough decisions to make. I know I have kids. Doug, you've had kids, growing up. So we try to make the best decisions that we do, and whether the roads are safe or not safe. Sometimes the things change really drastically. But some ways that we let parents know about conditions and what we're doing is we do a robocall. We put it up on Facebook. We put it up online. And Doug, one of the unique things you brought to the district last year was the walking school bus.
Yeah.
A unique kind of deal for Gib Ollinger. And this year we're going to try something, right, with the walking school bus and alerting parents?
Yeah, this year we are going to make a robocall, automatic phone call to all the parents of kids that are participating in the walking school bus. We'll try and make that call, that decision as soon as we can, preferably the evening before. I would remind all parents that they are ultimately responsible to get their children to school. And so if walking school bus does not walk, if they're not active on some particular day, then the parents really need to have a plan B in place, not suddenly going, oh no, what are we going to go do now? But be thinking about it ahead of time, so that whether you're going to drive them to school or you're going to let them go ahead and walk, or you're going to have someone else give them a ride, you need to have that already decided before that you get that call, so that the kids still get to school and then also home from school.
Yeah. So unique program that we have in Milton Freewater. It's a program that's really grown over the last 2 years. Great opportunity for kids, great opportunity for the community. And it is really, truly another route that a bus, kind of goes on. It's just without an engine. Again, we've got a great group of drivers that make sure kids are safe going to and from school. If you're a parent and you've got a child that's riding the bus, make sure to remind those students to be on their best behavior. Make sure that it's safe for the driver to drive up and down the road. I know I did a little bit of sub bus driving back in the day, and that was one of my big concerns was, if somebody in the back is being rowdy, it's even worse when it's not, it's bad when you're a parent and you've got them just right behind you, but if there's 40 of them or 50 of them in the back, it makes it even worse. But we've got great kids in Milton Freewater.
Yeah.
Great transportation folks in Milton Freewater. It's really a great program. So we do the best that we can do, and students do the best that they can do. So Milton Freewater, that's why we are pioneers.